Hello. Hi. This is Asia.
Hello.
Everyone has a phone voice. I hate it when I know I'm doing it.
Are we recording?
Oh.
That's so crazy. I don't think I have a phone voice.
You don't? I think everyone does. You worked in customer service, yeah?
Yeah, at least I feel like it's not that much different than the current tone. Like, I can't go much higher than this.
I hate,
like,
I
hello?
literally.
Is that it?
I don't know. When I answer the phone at work, hi, this is Asia, and I literally know that I'm doing it, and I'm like, ugh.
That sucks.
But it sounds more professional. I don't know. Does it sound more professional?
I don't think it does. But it does sound worse if I'm like, hello?
No, yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
It's not even like, you're right, okay.
I don't know. It's not as correct. I've heard worse.
Yeah.
But it's there.
I have a vivid memory of when I was younger, and, you know, like, as a family, you all had that. We had, like, the landline.
Yeah.
And my brother's friend called, and I answered the phone. And he's
thought
like,
it was
hey,
your
Wyatt. And I was like, that sucks. I was like, this is in fact his sister.
I feel like, and as
Thank
a
you
young,
so much. As a young girl,
adolescent girl, that is the worst thing you've ever heard.
It stuck with me. I will say I am 24 now, a good maybe 15 years later, and it's still vivid.
But now it's not as bad, I feel like, as like a woman to have
I don't know.
Florence Pugh, her voice is...
Is it? I feel like I can't even tell anymore with people with low voices.
That's what I mean. Like,
because I think I have the lowest voice out of everyone.
But people consistently tell you that you have a good voice for this.
Nice.
I've never been told that in my life, so that's fun for me.
I have one thing going for me. It's this voice on radio and podcasts. I need to get into voiceover work is what I actually really need to do.
You could do that.
I could make money, maybe. I don't know how much people
gig.
make. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome
to yours truly. What we really need to talk about today is Taylor Swift announced the 1989
shocking Taylor Swift
re-recording.
Yes.
Of that album.
I saw this. I did not do a deep dive because I knew you would, and
Thank you.
So I don't know anything.
Thank you so much for letting me have this to tell you because
you're welcome.
And I would like to first say I did predict it.
You did.
I did say watch on 8/9.
On 8/9,
everybody.
right?
It's her last U.S. show.
Because it's 8/10 today.
I was like 8/9. It's her last U.S. show. She has to be announcing it. Who is right? Me. It's no big deal. It's fine. I was right, but I did stay up until I think 11:30 on like the crappiest TikTok live stream in my bed watching, and basically like during the show. She was teasing us so hard that we were all clowning us. Like, I was like, for sure, we're going to be clowns tonight. And she showed up when she sings Speak Now, like the Speak Now era. She walked out in a blue dress.
Meaning?
And they've all been purple.
What does that mean, though?
Because Speak Now is purple.
Okay.
And 1989 is blue.
Got it.
So she walked out wearing blue.
I'm taking notes on this.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. So then I was like jazzed. And then the folklore era came. What did she walk out in? Another blue dress, which is the first time she's worn blue all tour.
Okay.
She has not yet worn blue. So we were all like, oh, she has to be announcing
What
it.
era is blue?
1989.
Oh, okay. I was missing that piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she came out when it was 1989 era. She came out in a blue outfit, which is also the first time. So don't know if you've seen the cover of the new album. I shed a tear last night. She looks so happy in the cover. Aww. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's living her life. She's so happy. Yeah. And she left stage last night because it was her last show in the U.S. She had like a glass of white wine, just prancing off stage. She was happy as could be.
She's so happy.
She was. She was like, wow, what a relief.
Yeah.
She's like, I just knocked it out of the park. Man. All these people
are here for me.
Yeah. Also, they all probably already bought it. So
no, I'm just kidding.
I bought that vinyl as soon as she announced it. I was like, check out.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to get it until October.
She is, like, in the best way, the most calculated person I think
she is.
know.
And that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
She is, like, so thought out. It's amazing. And also a capitalist queen, because the girl releases more merch than any other artist I have ever seen. And I buy every single one of it. I buy all of it. I'm like, yeah, sure. Another t-shirt? Why not?
Yeah.
Knock it off the dogs.
Yeah.
But the other part of last night that was insane, and this will be really a big pop culture trivia for anybody who doesn't know.
Me.
Carly Kloss was there.
I have no idea who that is.
That's so fine. So Carly Kloss is a supermodel. Okay. She was one of the Victoria's Secret angels back in the day. Her and Taylor Swift, best friends. Like ride or die besties back in 2014, 2015 era. 1989 era. They were best friends.
I can't picture her face.
Very supermodel. Like
a supermodel.
She looks like every other supermodel. So they were best friends, and then all of a sudden
they weren't.
No one knows. It was like so much mystery.
Was she in the Bad Blood drama? Like, I know that music video.
She was in the music video because she was besties with Taylor at the time.
Sure.
But then after kind of 1989 ended, and I want to say it was maybe mid-rep, end of Reputation, they were donezo. Done.
Nobody knows?
Nobody knows. Absolutely dropped off the face of the earth. Never talked about each other again. Well,
that's crazy.
I've figured it all out.
Ooh.
I have done
Lucy.
my sleuthing, and I've figured it out. So, first of all, she was there last night at the Eras tour.
Yeah.
Also, so embarrassing. I had better seats than Carly Kloss did. She was up in the 200 section. So either one.
The audacity.
She waited in that queue like the rest of us. Like the rest of us peasants waiting in the queue to buy tickets on Ticketmaster.
I don't buy that.
Or she bought a reseller ticket for Insane. All I know is she was not in the VIP tent, which every other celebrity
all the celebrities
has been in the VIP tent. Embarrassing for her. That's all I can say.
Or was she making
a statement? I don't know. Probably out of pure embarrassment. She didn't want Taylor Swift to see she was there.
I mean, how?
But obviously
someone's not going to snap a photo of you there if you're a celebrity. Yeah,
and so some people say she moved to the VIP tent during the show. However, I saw a video of her still in the 200 section during Bad Blood, which is towards the end of the show. So I doubt it. But what I have really gathered, because I wanted to be able to present this on this podcast today, is
I love it.
I've really done a lot of research, and I think the reason they ended being friends is because Carly Kloss's manager is, you're never going to guess, Scooter Braun.
Ew, he does models too?
Yeah. And so she was like besties with Scooter Braun.
No, yeah.
And her husband was like, they're all like good friends. So Taylor Swift, back in the day, I think told Carly Kloss that her masters were going up for sale. Yeah. And that she wanted to own her own masters. And I think Carly Kloss told Scooter Braun. And
can you imagine?
Carly Kloss and her husband gave him $300 million loan to buy out Big Red Machine Records, which was Taylor Swift's old recording studio. Yeah. So I think once Taylor found out she backstabbed her like that, done. Absolutely cut off. And if you listen to the song, It's Time to Go from Evermore, the lyrics are, when the words of a sister come back. Oh crap. I'm gonna miss it up. Anyway, the lyrics are something like, she was a liar and she was a crook that got caught. Like, that's so embarrassing.
It's about her?
She calls her out in that song. So,
man,
anyway, if you've ever wondered,
if that's true, that's some tea.
I've looked in a lot of TikToks today, and that's been the reoccurring theory.
Kind of what people are saying.
Yeah, which makes sense because she's still posting photos with Scooter Braun. She's still tight with Scooter, and Scooter's the worst.
Yeah. Whoa.
And so now Taylor Swift is on her way to own her 4th album, her 6th released, or 5th released.
Yeah. What's the last one that she needs to own?
Reputation. After 1989, she just has Rep and then debuted left. I want her to do Reputation last so bad, though, because it would be so iconic. Because it's all about karma and, revenge.
I feel like that is a good album.
It's so good.
I slept on it for a while.
So did I. I did, too. Don't even worry. Did I make fun of it a little bit when it came out? Yeah, I did.
I remember watching that music video in college.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is dumb. And now, me singing in my car.
I-
I'm like,
I remember when Look What You Made Me Do came out.
yeah.
And
yeah.
the line, oh my gosh. Sorry, old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh,
Yeah,
because she's
she's
dead.
dead.
I remember thinking that was
Yeah.
awful. But then I do also remember at the same time, that song stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
That song is so good.
That is.
And that music video is iconic.
I know.
It's so good. So, anyway, I had to share because 1989 is one of my fave Taylor albums. And I would like to also mention 1989 is basically the album about Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah. That is up your alley.
And if Harry Styles is featured on one of these vault tracks, I'll be in the grave. Someone will have to, people will be checking in on me. I will be unavailable for months.
I will check on you.
Thank you. I'll never shut up about it, really. I'm going to be everybody's worst nightmare if that's the case.
I feel like it would be a missed opportunity if
I know.
it didn't happen.
Come on. He did follow her on Instagram this week, too.
You did post about that.
I did.
Like, that's crazy.
I'm looking. I'm constantly checking who he's following. So
For
good.
what? For this?
This exact
This
moment. It's finally paid off. Could you
be
imagine
like,
every day?
Who's Harry following his millions and millions?
He does not follow millions.
Oh, no. He doesn't follow
I feel like
that
he
many.
follows maybe like 60 people. It's not that hard for me to look through.
That is true.
But
I guess I was thinking in reverse. I'm like, you're going through
yeah,
all
I'm
this
going through
followers.
this. 29 million followers. I'm like, what?
Where is she? Where is she? Do they follow each other back?
She doesn't follow anybody. Zero.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you're going to stick to it.
Yeah, stick to it.
Stick to it.
Yeah. He's just like very, who my friends are, I will follow them.
I do appreciate that.
I just feel like, is it a coincidence? The week 1989 gets announced. He follows
Not when you're
her.
dealing with
Absolutely
calculated
not.
Taylor
No.
Swift.
That is not a coincidence.
No. He needs to be resting, though.
I know.
My
He's
guy
out in
needs to-
London right now, vibing. I think he has a
Oh,
new
good for him.
girlfriend.
Who?
Her name's Taylor Russell. I actually don't know much about her yet.
Yet.
Got posted today. So I haven't been able to research it.
I
She was
saw-
in a play and he was supporting her, though.
Oh.
And it looked like they kissed.
The- Well, you still refuse to believe the Olivia Wilde thing.
No, I do think that was a PR stunt through and through. I will never believe it.
They were seen together many times.
I think it was PR. We all watched the movie
Yeah.
because of it.
It's true.
So I think it was genius
they
PR.
got us. They got us.
Yeah.
I did see, it's probably clickbait. Somebody, Taylor Swift and her,
Joe Alwyn
yes.
got
The-
back together.
I saw
I
and was
saw
like,
that
"Meh,
too,
I don't know
but I
about
don't
that."
think so because
I feel like I thought you would maybe know more, but
I feel like for the 4th of July, she really leaned into Single Girl Summer in the caption. So I think she's single still.
okay.
And I can't imagine she would take it back
Yeah, that would
right
be
now, at
with
least.
a bit of a backslide.
It would be just like a quick turnaround to like get back with someone you were dating for like
that
6
long.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially after what I feel like has come out after. Not like anything crazy, but
Yeah.
I just feel like he was holding her back. Like I know
She
her.
has I know.
I think she could do better. I don't know her.
Yeah, I feel like it must be hard to date when you're that big.
Yeah, I feel like she is probably one of the most famous people alive
Yeah.
right now.
Like, where do you even start?
But also, like, if you're gonna date her and then be like, we just couldn't have a normal life.
You're too famous.
Like,
Yeah.
what did you think? What were you expecting? Like, I cannot believe that reason. That's so stupid. I'm like, you knew what you were
Yeah.
signing up for.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So, anyway, I really had to share
Yeah.
the Taylor Swift
No,
drama.
I love it because I've been waiting because I don't know that much. But it's been like a week since I've seen you.
It has been.
So
a
this
minute.
is legit real time catching
Yeah.
up.
Me and Asia have not talked in like a
we
week.
have not talked. Every time I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell Lucy this. We could talk about it later, but
We're actually our relationship now is gonna only be for this podcast, so we're gonna just not spend any time together because we're like we have to save it
we
all.
have to save it.
No, that would be the worst.
No, but how are you?
Doing good. I am tired.
You had a busy week.
Yeah, I think like I've been traveling a lot for like family trips,
Yeah.
like weddings and stuff, and I think my body said we're done.
Stop.
And I want to stop. And so got a little sick, resting a little bit, but I went and saw Noah Khan on Tuesday.
Yeah, how was it?
He was so good. I love him.
I'm not super familiar with his music, but
that's fair. It's folky country, but not country. Okay. It's not country. I shouldn't have said that. It's mainly like folk.
Okay. I like folk.
It's so good.
How do I not know?
So
Sometimes
good.
I'm like, the stuff I listen to versus what I could be listening to, it doesn't match up.
I think you should listen to him because I think that album, Stick Season, is probably one of the best albums that's ever come out. Like, I think it's in my top 10 albums of all time.
Whoa.
I know, and it's only been out not even a year.
That's a lot.
It's so good. The power went out during the show, too. So he did, like, a acoustic to just the whole theater with no power. Like, the lights were still on, but, like, all the sound and everything cut. I don't know why. I think somebody pulled the fire alarm. Yeah, unintentionally, because the fire alarm started going off. It was really weird. But then he did an acoustic set, and, like, midway through the song, it came back on, and it was, like, magic.
Was that planned?
I don't think so, because it was, like, the light of the fire alarm.
Oh, my gosh. Do you remember when were you at service when my nephew pulled the fire alarm during, like, the end of church?
No.
You weren't there?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, my nephew pulled it. And the light starts blinking. It's like the end, the emotional part of the service.
Oh my gosh.
And the alarm goes off, the lights go off.
That's so funny.
And everyone's like, do we leave? Or like, is this an emergency? It was, in fact, the pastor's child.
That's so funny. Was it at the old building or new building?
No, like pretty recently. Maybe within the last 6 months.
Didn't even hear about it. So crazy.
What? Where were you?
Must have been out of town.
Yeah, you're just been out of town a lot of weekends.
I'm sorry. I'll be better about it now.
No, it's okay.
Okay, how are you doing though?
I'm okay.
That's good.
Nothing crazy. I'm a little frazzled today, busy, been running just with school and work and life. So
Fair.
It's okay.
Perf.
Yeah, but I'm good.
Nice. Well, let's get into
today.
This topic today. What I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Asia kind of took the reins last week on talking about ghosting, and I really wanted to kind of talk about something I think this week that has just been the majority of my life, maybe for the last year or two, and something I've like learned a lot about, and I could talk about for hours. So
we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna actually. It's gonna be a 5-hour podcast. Buckle up. It'll be a better part of your workday. So, no, I won't. But if anybody listening wants to talk to me about this for hours, I would love to. So, I want to talk about adult friendships and kind of like maintaining friendships as adults.
It's a lot harder than you think.
It is. And I just feel like we don't talk about it that much.
Yeah.
And or I think about it way more than the average person, like how friendships change and all of these different things. So I feel like I want to talk about it today and just about, I'd love to impart maybe some of my knowledge.
Well, you're a social girl, so.
I am a social girl, and I'm also a girl that hates change.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I hate change. And so.
I do as well.
I think like in the last few years, especially like graduating college, where you go from seeing all these people every day to not, was the worst for me, just like my downfall. And I was like, everyone hates me, that's why no one's talking to me anymore. And so I think I've realized though that in fact isn't true.
No, it's not true. I don't think it's ever been true, but you know, I have thoughts like that too sometimes.
Yeah. And so I just feel like it's interesting as you get older, you kind of have to learn how to maintain friendships, especially like with long distance friendships.
Yes.
Like everybody's just in their own lives. And so something that I've learned is that I really have to understand who I am as a friend. And that is, the answer to that is intense. I am the friend where once you're in with me, you're in. Like ride or die.
I'm like that too.
I'll take a bullet for you. Like
I am also very loyal.
Yeah. Like
to a fault.
Yes, very much so.
There is a dark side to this, but.
And so I was just like thinking so much about that and just realizing that over the last few years. And I think if that's the kind of friend I am, that's the kind of friend I was expecting in return. And I think it was this year where either a realization happened or my therapist was like, Lucy. And I realized that is unrealistic. Because I'm like, I just assume people are going to like drop everything if I need them.
Yeah.
Shocking revelation. They don't.
Well, it's hard.
The world does not, in fact, revolve around
it's
me.
hard when.
That's crazy.
Because I do that too, where like you put yourself in a situation, you're like, well, I would respond this way. And so then you're confused when someone isn't responding that way or wouldn't do it how you would do it. But it's like as you grow up, you learn that everyone is different. Yeah. Needs different things, gives different things. So once you can understand that a little bit, I think it kind of helps.
I think it does. And I think what I've tried a lot to do, a lot recently, is like really shifting the mindset. Because when I would be like sad or something and I'm like, no one likes me and like I have no friends, it's so embarrassing, but it's true. I would be like, everyone hates me. And then now I'm able to be like, Lucy, let's pause here for a second. Yeah. I feel as though we're going to go down a rabbit hole and think it's a Tuesday at 9 a.m. Who do you think can stop what they're doing?
Some people we're working.
Some people are working.
We're working.
You are also working. And you're having a breakdown at Tuesday at 9 a.m. Not everyone can drop what they need to do to come for you right now. Yeah. And so I think I've just come to a good place of being like, they actually also have their own lives and maybe their own stress coming their way.
At 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
At 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah. And they can't just like call or text me back at that moment. But it's taken me a while, not like a while to get there with that. But I think more in the way of now accepting that, but then even more going forward is like knowing some of those friendships are like no longer because you just can't.
That's a hard pill to swallow. And sometimes it's not because anything happened. Yeah. It's just life. Yeah. Happens. And
I think, especially like college friendships, like I was so close with so many people in college and then they move away or I moved away. Like we don't have anything really, I guess, in common anymore to keep us talking. But then there's other ones where I was close with them in college and then we don't talk for like a year and then I see them and it's like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Like, then it's so back to normal. Yeah. It's just so weird.
It's nice to have a friend like that where it's like you don't necessarily have to talk every day, but when you do, it's like no time has passed. Those are rare, but
they are pretty rare.
They are rare, but they are. Because, you both can't, like, harbor any, like, they didn't wish me happy birthday or they didn't text me back this time. If you both, like, release, my friend from college, we had to do that. We had to, like, release each other from, like, it's okay if we don't talk every day now because of where we're at in life. But when we do talk, it's, like, no time has passed now. And it took a while to get there, but, those are the ones that I think are going to last.
Yeah. My best friend from college, I remember, like, when I think we lived together all 4 years and we were like inseparable. And so we just did everything together when we were living together. And then once she graduated and left, I would like FaceTime her and she'd like not answer. And I'd be
like, how dare you?
Literally why? And
what are you even doing?
I'm like, it's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. But it was like, we had to come up almost with like a code word where we were like, okay, like you have to call me right now because I'm not doing well. And so that worked out really well for us in the times that it was like more necessary. But now it's been like 2 years and now it's kind of just like ebb and flows. I was talking a lot about it kind of with my sister where it's just almost like waves. Yeah. Like friendships come in waves a lot. And I think I used to like really fight with them. And like try to hold on to it as they came. But that's not how life works. So crazy.
Gotta body surf it.
I'm like trying to collect the water. Like a weirdo. And so I'm just trying to go with the waves of like, friendships that are relevant now. But then still, I don't ever want to be a friend, I guess, that just completely dismisses people as soon as they're like retracting out of my life. I'm a big believer in like if you ever need anything, you call me and like let me know because I will be there in a minute.
Sometimes I feel like people get afraid. They're like, well, if this person isn't reaching out, I'm not going to reach out. And sometimes you just got to, if you want it, you got to reach out and be that person. And then if you're not receiving what you want in return, maybe then decide what you want to do. But sometimes just swallow the pill and be the one to reach out.
That's so good. That's so good. Because I think even with like close friends that I've had where they've like moved away and they know about an issue maybe in my life and they're not like texting me, asking me about it, I've been like, what, like, why? Like, you know, like I'm struggling with this. Like, why aren't you asking me? And then I was like, Lucy, just stop being that. And then like I reached out and then we would have like a great conversation. Yeah. And they would ask almost right away as soon as we started the ball rolling. And so I just feel like pride can get in the way of a lot 100%. Of people's. Even like asking for, like, sometimes we think people can read our minds too. Like, oh, like obviously they should know that I was acting weird that one Tuesday and they're not asking me. But you gotta like ask. My therapist has been helping me with that to like reach out and be like, hey, I'm having this type of day or I need this type of encouragement. So I'm gonna put it out there, and it always is way more beneficial than me sulking, being like, no one's checking in on me. Yeah. I've kind of learned too from my therapy sessions. We love therapy. I was like, I just feel like, I don't know if it was more kind of, now I can't even remember, that's lame. But she was like, you don't have to invite everybody into your house. Like, some people can stay on the front lawn, and that's as much as they can come inside, and that's fine. She's like, some you can invite into the living room, and they can experience that. She's like, only like the real people you want close to you, you're going to invite into your kitchen. And I'm like, fair. Yeah. So I feel like I've tried to live a lot of that mindset too. Yeah, that's good. I just tend to be an oversharer. Mm-hmm. So then I like invite too many people in too fast, and then I'm like, wait, party in the kitchen. No, go back. I'm like, you actually can't be here anymore. Pretend you didn't hear that. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I need you to we're gonna backstep. Yeah. But I do that a lot, and I need to stop. Mm-hmm. Or I do it where then people think we're closer than we actually are, and I'm like, oh, that's just like something I tell everybody. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because I'm the reverse. Like, don't share enough, I think. But then, you got to pick and choose carefully who you bring into the kitchen. But yeah, it's nice to like have people in your corner. It is nice. Yeah. I wish it for everyone. I hope everyone feels as though they have someone in their corner. Yeah. And if you don't, you can have me in your corner. We will be in your corner. I would invite us into your kitchen. No, invite us into your kitchen. Or don't. It's fine if you don't want to. I feel like I'd clean the kitchen. As soon as you invite me in, I'm cleaning the kitchen. It will not help you cook anything. Well, I just feel like that's usually my role is I'm like, how can I help? But yes. Anyway. You're a fixer. I am a fixer. And I don't know if that's the best quality, but I think that is a quality that I have. Yeah. And so I think, though, what I used to do in friendships was, and this is on growth, this is really on therapy, actually, is if I wouldn't get much of a reciprocation with friendships, I'd be like, done. Cut it off. Bye. Yeah, I'm done. Like, I either want it all or I want nothing. Yeah. Super toxic of me. I don't do that anymore. Yeah. I've done that in the past. And then things kind of come back around and like both people maybe have grown and matured and then it's kind of like embarrassing to be like, why did we stop talking? Or like, you can't even remember why. I definitely feel like it's usually a like self-protective thing. Yeah. Where I'd be like, let's not, like, I'd rather just not talk to you at all than like have you be like so wishy-washy about it. But I think that's unrealistic, especially if it's like important people in your life. To just give it cold turkey is harsh. It's cutthroat. That's a cutthroat action. And probably not the best reflection on me. So I don't really do it. I think I'm all talk to. I probably say that I did it, and in reality, I never actually was like able to.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what I want to talk about more and more.
I love that. Yeah.
So if you have any stories that you feel like you'd like to share, maybe about a friend that you've had issues with, or why me and Asia's really great advice. We would love to share those. And yeah, I think friendship's all about give and take at different moments. You may be able to give more, you may be able to take more, but
it's effort. It's effort for sure.
Yeah.
So
I think try to self-reflect on what you need out of friendships.
Yeah.
Versus what you want. Because I think what I want is for people to give me all their attention all the time. Yeah. But that's not what I need. It's an unrealistic one.
I think like the love language thing can be helpful too, kind of identifying. Because a lot of times it's different, like what you like to receive versus give. So that's important to like do some self-reflection, figure that out for yourself. Yeah. And then not have expectations too high on other people too, which is sometimes tough. Yeah. But
I feel like with COVID, ever since COVID, my expectations have just dropped to nothing all the time.
Honestly, I feel that.
And I think that was a pretty humbling time for me. It is. That now it has like pretty much just been like, don't get your hopes up for anything, girl, because
which again, I don't know if, because I do the same thing. I don't know if that's like super healthy, but I'm pretty much try not to get my hopes up for anything. My expectations are low just because I don't like to be disappointed. I think there's some things I need to maintain standards that maybe I don't, but topic for another day.
It's fine. I just think so if you want to talk to us about friendships, adult friendships, maintaining friendships, how to make new friends, that could be a whole other one.
That could be a whole
how
other
we can
episode.
Get new friends as adults.
It's hard.
It is. It's a rough world out there.
Or like the way you said rough.
I feel like I was gonna say dog eat dog world, and so I don't know when it switched to rough. Sounded like a dog pet. We thought it'd be kind of funny too. We've mentioned therapy a couple of times in this episode. Well, let us tell you something crazy.
This is so fun for
Me
us.
and Asia do in fact have the exact same therapist.
This
unplanned
happened unintentionally.
It did.
But I think it has bonded us.
I think it has bonded us. We won't say her name.
No, I don't know. We don't know if she knows that we know.
She knows that we know each other.
She knows that we're friends.
But I don't think she knows that we know that she's our therapist. But she is. She's the best.
She is the best. So Lucy found this place first and then recommended the place to me. Yeah. And I was like, cool, this is awesome. I went through the whole
matchmaker process.
I had to talk to a couple different people, and they're like, okay, we're gonna match you with this person, and then you're gonna do a phone call or whatever. And I was like, cool, this is awesome. It worked out really well. I started going, and then we were talking about it one time in the car.
We had talked about it for maybe a month or two, and I was like, I think some of the things that Asia's been doing sounds like what I've been doing.
I'm seeing some similar things.
So we were talking in the car one day, and I was basically just like, so I think we have the same therapist. Should we say her name on the count of 3?
Yeah.
And then we did.
And it was
the same.
It was. She's great.
So every time I'm in therapy and I mention you, I look at her. I'm like,
see the reaction.
Yeah, I know you know her.
I know.
But it's hard because I don't know if I can really be like, hey, I know you.
I know. How do you
Asia,
bring it up?
Because she could be like, it's confidentiality.
I can't tell you. And then you'd be like, no, I know. It's okay. You don't have to say it out loud, but
I'm miming things to her.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of Asias probably that.
It's a pretty.
I think it's pretty cut and dry. So
I'm curious, where did it come from? I don't think I've ever asked.
My name. Oh, I get this question every day.
I don't think I've ever asked you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless my parents for making my name so complicated. It's so they got it from Anastasia.
Okay.
And I think in Hebrew, I think it means new life or something like that.
Okay.
And right before me, my mom had a miscarriage. Gotcha. So that's where that came from. And then the Z is in there just for different for fun. Yeah. Because brothers are Ezekiel and Zion. So they're like, well, we got to. So I hated my name for the majority of my early life because it was because no one knew how to say it.
They're like trying to spell it.
I would get what? No, and I was a shy kid, so I'm sitting in elementary school, not wanting any attention on myself, and I know my name's coming on the roster. I just know my heart.
They're getting through the last the alphabetical. And you're like,
I know every time there's a pause, and I'm like, they're at my name, and sometimes I would just raise my hand, or I would have to speak up and say it, which is my worst nightmare. And then everyone, or like the jokes of like when you're learning in history class, or like,
yeah,
it's okay now. I've come a long way, and it's fun to have a unique name now. And a lot of times now, I just don't even correct people.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a short encounter, I'm like, don't even worry about it.
That's so fair. I think I didn't love my name growing up, but now I do enjoy my name. But I think the annoying bit. So if you've done this to me, I'm sorry. There's a couple things I always get with my name. One is whenever I tell people, they're like, oh my gosh, I have a dog named Lucy. Oh. Everybody has a dog named Lucy.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You're like, I don't really want to know that.
That's awesome for you. What does that do for me? Nothing.
It's added nothing
and I'm just
to my life.
Okay. Yeah. That was always my irritation. Or they used to, when I was little, do like I Love Lucy bits.
Yeah.
But I didn't know them because, I was like 8 and I've never watched I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
So I remember one time we were like on a bus for a swim meet and my coach came in and she's like, Lucy, you have some explaining to do in front of everybody. And I cried. I thought I was in trouble. I didn't know.
Why are you calling me out like
I was like, what did I do? And I was like so scared.
Yeah.
It's just a line from the show. I don't think I realized until years later.
Oh, no. I bet she felt so bad that she made you cry.
I don't think she was aware, but...
Oh.
I think I was sitting against, like, the window, like, staring out the window.
Main character moment.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
That was fun. If you guys have any fun stories or questions or anything you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, follow, and subscribe to our channel.
That's crazy.
Write us a review, even.
Yeah.
If you feel so inclined, you should feel inclined. But
yeah, Spotify, Apple, YouTube.
We're on TikTok.
Whoa, I don't even have a TikTok.
I do that. You'll read reviews. Oh yeah, we will read reviews if you write them.
That's a great idea.
That's a great.
Even if they're mean. Even more so if they're mean. I know.
So smart. We will read the reviews if you write them, and then that means you'll get a shout out. So all those people saying, shout me out, Lucy. That's how you do it. Write us a review.
I love that.
But this has been fun.
This has been a great talk about friendship.
Yours truly. And friendship.
Friendship.
That was good.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.